Hello and welcome back to the Agegroup Multisport Podcast YouTube channel. It is Tuesday, 2 days I guess now after race day, up at East Fortune, Scotland at the British Championships and the European Championship qualifier in the sprint distance duathlon. And there was 6 of us went up. We made a weekend of it, so we went up on Friday and we came back down on Monday, and it was brilliant. We had a great weekend, great race, and really well organised, very simple. And I'll put a picture up of the track and the circuit, and probably my results if I can find them. Got up there, like I said, on the Friday. Really enjoyed the journey up, although it was 5 hours, but we took the van, took Betty dog, and chucked our 2 bikes in there with our bedding, which we were asked to bring. We were stopping up at our friend and fellow teammate and also guest on the podcast, Steve Hunt's farm. He's got a wind farm up there, and we were staying there, and it was about 20 minutes away from the venue over in East Fortune. 20 minutes, 40 minutes probably, actually being realistic. Arrived there Friday. Saturday morning, a few of them went off and did a park run. Me and Mr. C didn't go there. We stayed and rested. Took Betty out. And then in the afternoon, we went to the track and just wanted to have a recce of it and see what it was like. And it's very similar to Darley-Moor, if anybody's ever raced at Darley-Moor. It's a motor racing circuit in a bit of a triangular shape. But like I said, I'll put the picture of the circuit up. Surface was really good. So we went and had a couple of laps of that. We were allowed to. We went over and saw the guys setting up, and they said, yeah, that'd be okay. There was an official recce on the Sunday morning, I think. But yeah. So that was good, that was cool. And I come back and got some tea. And then Sunday morning we just had a nice chilled relax, and we left for the circuit about 10:15 and arrived, and it was in full throw. They had a full programme. They did loads for kids and non-drafting races because our races were draft legal, but they did some non-drafting races as well. So they had a full day of it, really. So we were going off, the men that is, at 1:30, and the ladies were going off at 12:30. So Mrs. C was racing at 12:30 with 2 of her teammates, and so we got to see them start and come in for the bike and a couple of laps on the bike, and then we were on the course together, because we set off at 1:30. We were on the course together, racing, which was very unusual. But yeah, it was good. Really enjoyed the whole experience. It was a bit of a race of 2 halves, if I'm being honest, for me. Didn't really know what to expect on the run. So the first run went really well, and I clocked my quickest time in a long time. Must be, I don't know, two and a half years. But I'm not sure whether I paid for it on the bike, because on the bike I just could not get going. Normally what happens, first of all, got into transition, felt all right, really had a really good transition. Took me about 30 seconds. Got on the bike, did a nice mount over the mount line, got onto the course, and I couldn't get my feet in my shoes. It was just normally they go round and round, you can put your foot on and slip your foot inside, and it just kept getting stuck at the bottom, and I just couldn't get it open. So the 2 guys I come out of transition with, I lost them and gone. So I was on my own, waited for the next group to come through, still hadn't got my feet in, so they'd gone past, and then another group came past, and I got going, and I stayed with them for a little while, but I just fell off the back of the pack. I just had no power in my legs at all, and I thought, oh, this isn't good. And that happened several times, and I got to about lap 3, and I thought, I'm not going to be able to finish this. It was 9 laps in total, which was a feat in itself, trying to remember to count the laps. And I just looked at my watch, to be honest, and seeing what the distance was. Anyway, it got a little bit better, but I was just getting caught by groups after groups and not being able to stay on the tail, on the back end of them. And it got to lap 7, and I got onto this other group, and they dragged me round for the last 3 laps, really. Come into transition, did another good transition, another 30 odd seconds, so I was quite happy with that, and got onto the last run. And the last run actually went quite well. It wasn't as fast as the first one, but I didn't do too bad a time. I think I was running about 4:20 pace. So, after a run and a bike, I was happy with that, especially from, where I am in the season. So all in all, it's a bit, really happy with the first run, really happy with that time. Bit disappointed with the bike, if I'm being honest. I just can't understand why I had no power, what went wrong. On reflection, I don't know. It was hopefully, it was just a bad day at the office. But yeah, it was very, very disappointing, especially after doing a 10-week program trying to get your bike in better. But there you go. So yeah, everybody was happy with the results. I think most of us got a percentage. Whether it'll be enough or not, it's in the lap of the gods. To qualify for the Europeans next year. Mine was quite a high percentage, so I'm not holding out much breath. But then I didn't really go into it expecting to qualify anyway. So just to put that into context, I was 9 minutes behind the winner in my age group. 9 minutes, that's a lot. I mean, he did his Chris Nicol, I think it was, who won my age group, and he's running a 5k in 17 minutes 50 something. It's like, that's what you're up against. But still, it's there. It is what it is. So, but yeah, on reflection, had a fantastic weekend. This is what these events are all about: making memories and going away with a group like we went away with, and just having a good time and having good fun. So after the race, we headed over to the coast, had fish and chips, had a wander about, and then come back and just sat down and chatted and talked about the race and discussed our pros and cons, and as you do, try to break it all down and analyse it. And then yesterday, Monday, we were on our way back. Again, we went back to the coast and then made our way back down in the afternoon. So got back last night about 5 o'clock. So another 5-hour drive. But again, it was a really nice drive down, so the distance wasn't a problem at all. And then straight back to work this morning. So just been on the bike for a spin and to try and get the legs, because that was the other thing. I had serious DOMs. Mrs. C did as well. And yeah, so did a bit of yoga this morning and yeah, trying to get the legs going again. So that was it. That was the weekend. That's the first race of the year. Like I said, mixed fortunes for me, but on to the next one. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this whole race experience. Not sure whether I'm going to put this analysis on the back of the other videos or just put it out as a single video itself. So we'll see. Might be one, might be 2 videos. So anyway, thank you for watching. Tomorrow we've got our latest podcast going out, which features elite athlete Kerry-Ann Upham. She does cross triathlons, which was really good for me to have an insight into that level of cross triathlon, because I'm doing cross duathlons this year, as you know. So it was really nice to chat to her and find out how, because she was an age grouper to begin with and won everything she could win at age group, and decided that she would have a crack at doing elite racing. So yeah, she's on tomorrow. It's dropping tomorrow. So I had a really good chat to her, and it was really interesting to see how she'd gone from really not liking sport as a kid and then got into elite racing, cross triathlon. So give that one a listen when it comes out tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and we shall see you next time. Don't forget, stay safe, keep training, and love the process.